So before I play this song, I felt like the Lord wanted me to share something of the message behind it and what inspired it. And I wrote it the other morning, and it's called New Wine. Really, it just started off as an expression of my love towards the Lord, that enjoyment of being in his presence and spending time with him, appreciating that I am fully known by him, but also desiring to know him fully. And then I read in Daniel 11, verse 32. I'll try and paraphrase that verse. It talks about those who do wickedly against the covenant, they shall be corrupted by flattery. So that's almost one camp. And then it goes on to say, but those who know the Lord, they shall be strong. And some versions talk about standing. They shall be strong and carry out great exploits, or take action in another version. So in a way, that's comforting, because it means it's not about what we know, it's about who we know. But quite often we can become dependent and reliant on what we know. We could seek out theologies, we could have really good perception of what's going on around us, perceive the times, and really spend a lot of time figuring out what's going on around us, and that is good, but we don't want that to supersede that time of getting to know the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We don't want it to take the place of that. Sometimes as well, we can have an exterior of being religious. It can become self-righteousness. So it's a challenge for me to check that none of those things are at work in me, and to constantly put them to death, so that my goal is to know the Lord. But to really know the Lord and know his heart, we have to give him our hearts. And that can be a really grueling process, because effectively what we're saying is, Holy Spirit, here's my heart. Search me and reveal every darkness within me, everything that's evil and wicked. And he's faithful to do that and deal with us. So it's going to mean being broken, being emptied, being purged, dying to ourselves, crucifying that flesh that wages war against the spirit. So it's really uncomfortable, not pleasant at all. But in that death, we do share something of Christ's suffering and get to know him in that way as well. Thankfully, beyond the death lies new life, that resurrection life. So once we've been emptied, we are then ready to be filled. And I do believe in this day where we have evil agendas sweeping through our nation, we have narratives which are contrary to the Bible. I do believe the Lord wants to empower his saints, and he wants to pour new wine into his saints. But we need to be ready for that. We need to have become new wineskins, because he cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. So it's a challenge for me to check that I am not rigid, because new wineskins, they need to be flexible, they need to mold, they need to be able to contain what he wants to pour out. And I do believe there is a great outpouring that he wants to give, but it's almost dependent on us being able to receive that and readying ourselves before this onslaught, this persecution that is coming. So that's basically the message behind the song. I've made it sound a little bit heavier than I intended, but the song's quite light, and I'll just play you a little bit of it. Nothing compares to being with you, and you is my treasure, and you've got my heart there too. You're faithful and